G'day guys and welcome back to Shanghai Shenhua on Football Manager 2015, and it's episode number 42, and guys, it's the final episode of this save and this series as as well, we'll just say it right now guys. Tim Cahill at age 39, retiring he's retiring tomorrow. So that's why, guys, you gotta see us Jan 17th, and yeah, he's retiring tomorrow. And tomorrow's the day for Timmy to hang his boots up in the save, and that closes the curtain on the save. So we'll just advance, and yeah, I mean, like I said, that was the goal in this whole sorry guys, this cold's just really starting to kick in now. But yeah, I mean, like I said, at the start of the save, go as long as Timmy's around, and his contract was up until the end of this coming year, but like I said, I was kind of running behind, so I couldn't really do it. So I was going to release him, but I guess it's kind of fitting that he's retiring. He's retiring now. He retired at the right time, because I'm really starting to of course, getting into FM16 coming out in a couple of days. So I guess he retired at the right time. But here it is: Cahill retires. Former Australia star Tim Cahill has decided to call his time on his career. 3-year-old leaves the game as the country's all-time leading scorer. He's actually got way more than that now, and that again at North Sydney, joined Everton. That's why Everton's my favourite side, or Premier League side anyway. Red Bulls. He joined Shanghai, winning league appearances and scoring 78 goals. That's that coefficient there in the league anyway. That's about that's pretty much a goal every 2 games. So or every other game kind of thing in his career. During his time with Australia and Shanghai, Cahill's lifted the AF Cup, Champions League 3 times in a row. So I'm pretty proud of that. 3 times in a row with the Ping Chinese League and the FA Cup. And what's this? Oh, okay, that's like the open curtainer kind of thing. 12 competitions to his name: the Asia Cup, Champions League, Ping, Chinese Beer League, the Supporter Shield. Recognition: Footballing Community, AFC Football of the Year, Chinese Golden Boot, 3rd place, won the Asian Champions League, or Asian Nations Cup Most Valuable Player, top goal scorer, shortlisted Chinese Player of the Year, and the AFC Player of the Year. So that's pretty luckiest career for Timmy. Obviously, it's nothing. It's not really something big like a UEFA Champions League or a World Cup or something like that. But when I was managing him, that's where he got a lot of his silverware, and that's what I'm really proud about for myself. Because it's always like I said, it was the first time that I've managed Kyle and any football manager, to be honest with you, at a club level anyway. I've always done numerous Australia saves, but at a club level, that's the first time I've really ever managed them. And so yeah, I mean, let's look at the overview. Career stats, pardon me. Look at all those goals. Obviously at the start of it was fantastic. Actually, I think I came in to this time at 2015 is when I really started this save. And yeah, obviously going downhill, but that comes with age. But that's what I'm really more proud about. He went over above 7 average rating every single time, and that's what I'm really proud of myself about. Achievements: At Shanghai, and let's look at this. Look at that. I mean, that's what you like to see. Started 2004, best 11 there, vice captain. These the shiny Super League the year, AFC Player of the Year, shortlisted Player of the Year. He won it in 2016. And there's just more credentials there. He won the Chinese League there. And yeah, it just keeps going there. And then there's the captaincy that I gave it to him. And then, yeah, here's all the winners of the Champions League. And we got it also, the more importantly though, guys, was the runner-up at the FIFA Club World Cup. That was the one thing I couldn't do. The one thing I really wanted to do, and we lost it in penalties. But that was the one that we just could not have done. We couldn't get it. I got all the goals checked off. Like I said when I took the save, I wanted to win the Chinese League. I wanted to win the Champions League. I wanted to win the Ping Chinese FA Cup thing, and I wanted to win the FIFA Club World Cup. And we got 4 of the check marks out of the 5, and it's pretty. I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously, we are so close to winning that FIFA Club World Cup, but yeah, that was that. And yeah, it was a fun save. I really enjoyed it. Something different. I've never done China before until this, and yeah, I mean, it's kind of just a closing series episode. This is, one thing I really enjoyed about it was just the same. I mean, when you're managing Europe and you go out and buy, say you go out and get Nigel de Jong or Dries Mertens or a David Silva. I mean, you'll be very excited about it, right? But with this China, because it's a totally Chinese dominant league, and these forward players are only going to come up so often, and when you get those guys' signature, I mean, it kind of just feels it just feels way better. I mean, it feels like, okay, I got a star player. This guy's going to lead me to a trophy, and I'm going to get a trophy. And that's why I really enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, all the times, that especially with De Jong, David Silva when he came over, Ash Avin a while ago in the first season. Every time I signed those guys, there was a massive increase in shirt sales. You get that notification up, and just following Timmy and actually Shanghai in real life. When they got Timmy and Demba Ba, the whole airport of those guys when they showed up, the whole airport of the fans there greeting them. It's just kind of something that I pictured when I got De Jong and Silva. I mean, it's just something that I pictured if that were to ever happen, which it probably would. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we'll just go I made one transfer. I let go. Obviously transfers now are kind of useless, but I let go of Ricky Alvarez, former player, to Jeonbuk, try and get him off the books. I was looking at other players, to be honest. I was looking at like Schweinsteiger and Alex Witzel was a name coming up, Falcao, but none of those guys really wanted to come still, and it's kind of frustrating because Schweinsteiger, he's playing at Krasnodar in Russia, and I mean, yeah, just to say that about it. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was a very fun save. We'll maybe just go over some of what I've done in this, throughout the whole all the seasons. I started in 2014, obviously, or 2015, I guess I should say. Came over after this. Actually, no, I think, yeah, that's what I did, guys. I simmed, like, because, when you join a league, you have to join in, like, either September, October kind of thing. And that's what I did, and I just kind of simmed it till the off-season and really started from there. So, yeah, 2015 was the first year. We finished third. That was quite close near the end there. And then 16, we finished second, went up, still behind Shanghai East Asia though. And then finally, 2017, we got the hump there by 3 points. Then 2018, this is probably the best year that I had. I mean, look at that, 16 goals against. That's like massive there. And then went on to win it again this year. So 3 straight years of dominance, really. Including, I think it was 2018, yeah, we did the treble, or the quadruple pretty much. So that was pretty spectacular stuff. And yeah, we'll kind of just go over all the transfers here now. I was kind of looking back at this. Yes, these were the first guys that I really got. I remember Dewey. He's still what? He's still he's a coach. Yeah, he was a good signing. Zhu Tong. I think he's at Shandong now. I mean, look at that. He was a young player. Got him at cheap price, and he was actually really good for us. And yeah, I'd really needed a foreign player. Zlatan Muslibovic. He's 38 years of old now. He was actually pretty good for us. I mean, look at that, 24 and 22. Look at Di Matteo. It's kind of interesting. I remember all these guys playing at Spiza now. Andre Arshavin. Yeah, he was probably, guys, this guy was probably, it's always going to come down. He was always my first big name signing. I'm always going to remember it that. Because, yeah, that was the first guy that I got that, you know, had shirt increases and all this. And that's where I finally got the moment of, you know, bringing in a big name player to this league. And you just get that good feeling of, okay, we got a good player in, so this is going to be cool. I mean, you know, and so yeah, that was the first season's transfers. Some other guys, Merem Musapur. I mean, I got him on a free. Look at that, guys, free, and he's still at the club, and he's still a really good fullback. You know, pretty excited about that. Zhang Long as well. He's a pricey player, 31 years of age. Boy, was that turning out to be a fantastic bargain buy. Gabriel, he was a great signing as well at the time. Is that Vasco now? He's in the reserves. But he was a really good signing. Yan Ziho, he was gone. Yan Yunling, 300k. You know, he's probably now worth, you could probably get like $1 million, maybe $1.2 million for him now. Look at that, 300k. So these guys were all really good buys. Darren Gibson, he was another foreign player. I was pretty excited about him at the start, but he kind of, I mean, look at that, 130k per week for Darren Gibson. I mean, I really like him at Everton. You know, I feel that he's not really getting utilized much, but when I got him, to me, I really expected more, and I mean, that's what he gave us. Could maybe another season been better? Who knows? But that was the verdict there with him. Lu Bin, he was another good player, and we got him for 12.5, and look how much we finished up selling him for, 275. So I mean, that's a decent amount in value anyway. Another guy I really like in Footy Manager, Vitaly Rodionov. He's still playing, it looks like. I know he's manager now. But again, I expected a bit more from him. Nothing really came about, so that's why in the next episode, well, next season, we got transfer listed him. You know, as you can see there, Di Matteo, Muslibovic. This is where I really started to get the hang of the foreign players rules. Di Matteo, Muslibovic released, and as was Arshavin, and that's why I just kind of wish I kept Arshavin for another year. I really did, because I think I got him at an age of like 34 or something, 35. Could have played another decent year for us, but yeah. And then this is where we started really getting big in again. Georges Samaras. You know, he's still playing, actually, 34 years of age. So he's still relatively in a decent time. We got Samaras on a free. and we finished up selling him to Al Ain for 250k, which, you know, that's a pretty good investment, right? So for a free player, Mihai Lika, the first big name centre back, I would say. You know, he's not a big name, but he's actually a really, Lika's a really good player. I think he's a good player. We lost 800k for him there, but you know, he's not really getting utilized at Zhuangzhou. And then we finally brought in some of these key Chinese players like Huan Boan. I was really surprised that Zhuangzhou released him, or was able to even let him go. This guy wasn't even playing at Zhuangzhou, to be honest. He was in the you know, the reserves all the time. But yeah, he's stalwart for us now. 150k. What's his value? 32. He's in the final year, but he could probably get more for that if you signed him again. Zhang Jacqui, he was another guy, really good player, but at the time there was Gabriel there, right, guys, and he would have been a good, you know, defensive midfielder, but Gabriel was the man at the time. You know, some other guys there, Wang Ziho, we got him at 650k, and at the time, guys, right, pricey investment. But this guy probably get on the market now for probably like 2.5, maybe 3 million. And he was wanted by teams overseas, and he's actually been a fantastic signing. Really good signing, Wang Ziho. As well, Zhanlin Pang, 2 million. This guy, you know, 30 years of age, is the Sergio Ramos of China, they call him. He was a big miss in the FIFA Club World Cup final. Dirtiok, I have to say, probably Dirtiok. He was probably the biggest striker that I was able to get in this save, for sure. Biggest striker. Looks like he's playing in the Middle East now, because I sold him to Al Jazeera for 475k. Got him on a free. So that's not bad. He only, wow, that's surprising. He only played 2 games with Al Jazeera before going on a free to Al Wada. So that's quite surprising. Roland Juhas again. He's a great centre back. He's a guy I really like in FM. But it came at the time, you know, when what can I say? It came at the time when he got a massive injury. That's right, and I just kind of decided to release him and free up a foreign spot to get in some other players. And that's what we did most there. Sorry, it's just someone was outside there. And as for notable releases, Zhang Xiaofang, he was the goalkeeper first bit of the season, but we brought in Yan Yunling, remember that. Darren Gibson and Stapila Sunzo. Yeah, and Sunzo. He was a big centre back for us at the start of the save. Remember him, guys? I was going to go with him forward, but he kept pissing me off with all this, oh, we need to bring in better players. We need to bring in more names to our first 11 and all this, and he wouldn't stop, and he finally said enough, and I just, luckily, I put him on the transfer list, and Zhuangzhou came in with that offer, and I just said, see you later. And Rodanov again, free. This was all just kind of freeing up spots for other foreign players. And then 2018 was the big one. This is where we brought in big name players, guys. This is where we transitioned from getting good foreign players to great foreign players. Carlos Villanueva, still playing. He's on a free as well. I mean, this guy, he could play in Europe still. I mean, look at that. Mental skills, very good. Obviously, he's old but technical for that age. You know, I can't. Villanueva's another guy I've kind of underutilized a bit. You know, he's not the big name, sexy, big name player, but you know, that's the sort of thing I found in this is I mean, it's kind of rental players at the time kind of thing. These guys, a lot of them, because right here you got Villanueva, and then he's gone. You know, at the end of the other, you know, I got him at the first transfer window. He's gone at the second transfer window. So you're kind of like you're kind of borrowing these foreign players, if that makes sense. Um, Wang Zhudong, 600k, young player, so he's probably going to be turning out to be decent. But looking at that, 600k could be a bit more. Could be pretty hefty much for that signing. Javinho, these were the three guys I was really excited about. Javinho, Sead Seliovic, and Nigel de Jong. Nigel de Jong, of course, still at the club, and I signed him for this next manager that's going to come up here. He's going to be sticking around. But Sead Javinho, I was really excited about him when I got him, but of course, like I said, didn't really pan out too well. 10 appearances, that's what he got. Maybe another season, like I said, maybe another season. He could have been a bit better. But, I mean, those are okay numbers for a Korean league, which he should be really dominating, right? So, Sead Seliovic, again, I was pretty excited about this signing too. I mean, that was probably our big first signing where we signed a really top-notch defense, top-notch playmaker that can control the midfield, and we were able to get him. Only played 2 games, but look at that. I just think that's hilarious. You sign him from Zhuangzhou, they're willing to release him, and then we sell him again back to Zhuangzhou. So, yeah, and of course Nigel de Jong. Yeah, he's probably one of my. In fact, I think besides maybe Arshavin, he's probably the second best signing that I made that I was really happy about. I mean, look at that. We're still 35. Marking is 20. And he's a key player. Very good player. And then, we released Dirty Ark here. Gabriel. That's when I had to get rid of Gabriel, put in De Jong. Villanueva. A lot of these Chinese players. Roland Juhas, that's when he got injured. I'm sorry for blabbing on this, guys. Just kind of going over it all here. And, and then more borrowed players. Ricky Alvarez, he had a fantastic FIFA Club World Cup. But Gion back came in with that offer, and I just said, you know what, I'll let him go. Ricardo Montalivo, that was when Seliovic was gone. Montalivo, I felt, was an upgrade. He's playing at Al Nassr. And we got actually a decent amount of investment for him. And he's actually doing quite decently for him. 10 assists and 4 assists and 10 appearances. And yeah, here's some more of these top players. Yan Jinji, young center back. That guy's 19. He's going to be probably a future Korean star. Naoki Ayama, the Japanese center back. And boy, was he came up huge at numerous times. Especially on set pieces. Especially in that FIFA Club game against Santos. Burak Yilmaz. I'm always been a fan of Burak Yilmaz. Do I compare him with the Dirty Ark signing? Sure, Yilmaz, he's a bigger name than Dirty Ark, but I probably feel Dirty Ark had a better time at Shanghai than Yilmaz. Obviously, Yilmaz came up huge in times, but I felt that he really should have dominated the league more. And look at that, 694 below 7 rating for him. So that's why Dirty Ark, I think, did a bit better. And Zhang Yiji, guys, I had a lot of I mean, look at that. For a Chinese player, this guy is absolutely class. I had a lot of high hopes for him, and he's still going to be really good, but it was the massive injuries at key times that really it downgraded my excitedness, I guess you could say, for him. Downgraded it because that injury for that Club World Cup, that's where we needed him the most. And he goes on the shelf, and I mean, he's going to be he's going to be exceptional signing, an exceptional player for the next manager that comes in. But he came up short with injuries at the wrong time. That's what I'll say about him. Yan Shenpang, these are when I really started to get the good Chinese top players. these guys are all Chinese national players. Look at that for centre back, 5 goals and 15 appearances, and that's pretty decent for. That's really good actually for centre back. And then David Silva. Again, I was really excited about the signing. I did get him when he was injured, so that's what I kind of expected. But he got a lot of nagging little injuries throughout his time here, and I really feel if he was full strength health wise, he'd be a lot more dominant player. But yeah, as you can see, look at that, 7 appearances only last year in the league anyway. But in total, he had 10. He had 3 goals. So I mean that is a better ratio, to be honest with you. That was all at the club overall last year. So yeah, pretty happy with that signing. I really did like Silva. And then the big one, Dres Mertens. He was a humming and hum signing, but boy, has he panned out well, and he's actually still going really well. Now he's probably been the best signing I've made, probably period. 781 rating, and all appearances 15 and all. Gee, how long is this going for? Yeah, this is going for a long time. I'm just blabbering, guys. So 15 in all, 6 goals, 3 assists, 2 player of the matches. And he's just been fantastic. 500k well worth for Dres Mertens, and he's 32 years of age as well. And he's still going to get all the effort and time in it. But yeah, other than that, there's the freeze. Brock Yilmaz retired as well, and yeah, I guess that's all we could really say. I want to see like appearances to goals. What's this? Yeah. There's got to be a thing here that shows like how many goals he got in total. Oh, you'd think. Like look at this, guys. So in 2016, Timmy had 46 appearances in total. He had 27 goals that whole year. 40 appearances, 17 goals. 40 appearances, 11 goals. 38 appearances, 18 goals, guys. 18 for a 39-year-old. That's impressive comeback season for Tim Cahill. But yeah, guys. So enough with the blabbery. Enough with the blabbery. And this cold's coming in. So yeah, this officially signs us off, guys. It was a great season, or a great save, a great series. I'm also quite happy, because I completed it. That's what the goal, obviously. That's what I mean. When you go into a save, myself included, I have a really hard time. I have a really hard time motivating and being enjoyable of the save. When you start winning everything and all this, but this save it kind of changed a bit. Like everyone loses motivation on a save, and they start it else, or else they just cannot get into a save on Football Manager, and I myself included. But because I set this one with goals, it just kept me wanting to keep playing, and that was it. Maybe for me myself, maybe for people that are watching, if you ever get into a knack of losing motivation or losing just interest in your save, start putting down goals that you want. Maybe like say, oh yeah, and we reached the top spot in Asia. Look at that. We're now the best team in Asia to sign off. Isn't that funny? Just a way to end it. We're the top team in Asia. But yeah, like I was saying, give yourself some goals. I mean, like, say, okay, by the end of the month, I wanted this many points, or I want these guys to score as many goals. Something like that. just to keep your guys interested, or else regions come in. Give your goal that, okay, I want this region to turn into a world-class player or something. Just gives you something to keep going with the save, right? And that's what that's what I did with this. You know, the goal, obviously winning everything. You know, the 4 check marks at the start. The goal was to win the FIFA Club World Cup, and that was the goal, just to keep you playing. And of course, this is a good series, and I just enjoyed it. So, so yeah. So guys, we will now officially retire from Shanghai, Shenhua, and there it is. There it is, guys. It's a great save, a great series, and yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And you know, that's it for me. And this season now is a series. FM16 is coming out. I'm waiting until November 13th to get my copy, and then who knows? Maybe I'll come back and do another series on FM16, guys. But again, I really thank you guys for enjoying that whole series. I enjoyed it. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned some stuff anyway from me. That's what I also kind of like to do, is kind of give out tips and all this while I record and play myself. And lastly, I'd just like to thank everyone for just being committed to watching. And you know, especially you know, Lolo. He's been a big fan of this series, and so he's probably going to be upset that it's going to be done. But yeah, other than that, it's I just yeah, like to thank everyone for you know, just watching and putting their time into watching it. Yeah, it was a good series. So again, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a great series. Timmy walks out on his own terms, and that's what I kind of really wanted. And yeah, so it was a good time, good series. So until next time, guys, I will see you. You know, I will try and see what happens for FM16 anyway. Maybe I'll come up with something like Tim Cahill like. So yeah. So again, guys, hope you guys are all enjoyed it, and till next time, I will see you. Cheers.